Sleeping well is essential to living a healthy life. We spend about a third of our life either sleeping or laying in bed trying to go to sleep. Sleep deprivation or not getting enough sleep can lead to many bad health outcomes. These are things like mental illness, chronic diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and even obesity. Most people know that sleep is important, but they don't know how to get good quality sleep. In this video, I'm going to explain how to sleep better in 8 steps based on medical science. I'm going to start with the steps that you'll do earliest in the day and end with the steps that are closest to bedtime. The first step is to limit caffeine. If you already drink caffeine, limiting it to 1 cup in the morning will be the best for your sleep. If you drink more than 1 cup, then limit the time that you drink caffeine to not having any after lunchtime or any after about noon. The half-life of caffeine is about 5 hours. Half-life is the amount of time it takes for half of the substance or chemical to leave your body. That means that 5 hours from your last drink of caffeine, you'll still have about 50% of caffeine in your body. And caffeine isn't just about coffee, there's caffeine in sodas, teas, and even some sparkling water. The next step is to get bright natural light first thing in the morning. You want to get outside as early in the day as possible. The bright natural light of the sun goes to the photoreceptors in the back of your eye to send chemicals to your brain to set your circadian rhythm, which is basically your internal clock, and this tells your body when to be awake and when to go to sleep. By exposing yourself to bright light first thing in the morning, you're setting your circadian rhythm, or that internal clock, to be awake right then. And that's going to help your internal clock know when to go to sleep. I like to go step out onto my back deck when I'm able to first thing in the morning. But when I'm in a rush to get out the door and get to work, I get the natural light through my car windows on my commute. I don't wear sunglasses because I really want the benefits of this early morning light. The term sleep hygiene is a practice of healthy, consistent routines with the goal of good sleep. Just as you practice the habit of exercise to build strong muscles, sleep hygiene is also a practice, but you're building restful sleep. So choose one change to make today, then once you've mastered that habit, pick the next change and the next, and so on and so forth, until you have consistent, restful sleep. Give yourself some time, as this is a practice and not an overnight change. If you stick to this practice of sleep hygiene, you'll be surprised at how every part of your life changes when you're sleeping well. How you're able to lose weight if that's something you're working towards, how you start to get some control of your chronic diseases, such as your diabetes and your blood pressure, and your mental health is so much better. Sleep really does affect every part of our lives. Step number 3 is to exercise daily. Aerobic exercise such as walking, jogging, running, biking, or swimming, these all cause the body to release endorphins. The release of these endorphins has been shown to help some people with their anxiety and depression symptoms, and it's long been known that it helps get a good night's sleep. It can also help your circadian rhythm or your internal clock know where to set that set point to be awake and when to be asleep. If you already exercise, then moving the time of your exercise earlier in the day can help you sleep better. You should avoid exercising 1 hour before bed, but you can do things like light stretching before bed. This has been found to be helpful in winding down before bedtime. Overall, exercise helps. If I were choosing one positive change to make today, it would be to start an exercise routine of just 10 minutes a day. I do this as early in the day as I could, so I would probably start jogging for 10 minutes in the day. If I'm not ready to make that part of my routine, I can just go out for a quick walk of 10 to 20 minutes during my lunch break. The next step is my favorite to talk about, and one of the ongoing struggles that I have in keeping a healthy routine. Step number 4 is to limit screen time. Generally, with screen time, less is better, especially if you see that you're using 5 to 6 hours or more per day. The main recommendation for screen time to help with sleep is to stop using all screens an hour before bed. That's TVs, phones, computers, tablets, all screens with kind of that blue light. The scientific reason behind this is similar to the reason why the bright morning light helps with your circadian rhythms, and this helps keep you awake. That blue light on your screen actually sends similar signals to your brain and blocks the melatonin hormone. Melatonin is basically the main sleep hormone that your brain makes to help you get ready for sleep. The best change to make would be to set down your screens, turn them off, and put them face down and out of your bedroom. If you're not able to make that change, you can turn your phone on grayscale or night mode, and that can cut out some of that blue light coming from your screen. Interestingly, it's been shown that even having a TV in your bedroom, even if it's never turned on, can lead to worse sleep. So if someone has a TV in their bedroom, I always recommend consider taking that and putting it in the living room or some other common space where you don't sleep. This can be a good change to help your sleep and is pretty easy to do. Also, move your phone away from the side of your bed and putting it across the room or even out of the bedroom. This can be helpful. Make sure your phone is face down and set on some sort of sleep mode or do not disturb where only a few people can contact you and it's not constantly buzzing with notifications. Take a look at what notifications you're getting in general. This can help lower your overall daily screen time. For me, I don't have any email notifications or social media notifications. Really, the only ones I have are from calls and texts. And then I choose a specific time of my day to open my email and address all of them at once. Screens are a huge part of our daily life, so making small positive changes to find what works best for you to lead to a healthy sleep and good mental health is going to take time. Be kind to yourself in this process and keep showing up to find a good, healthy balance with your screens. Step number 5 is to set your room to a cool temperature. Generally, heat is the enemy of sleep. Everyone is slightly different, but the temperature that's been found to give people the best sleep is around 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. The circadian rhythm that we've been talking about lowers your core body temperature by as much as 2 degrees during the night. As your body starts to cool down about 1 to 2 hours before bed, your brain starts releasing the hormone melatonin. This prepares you for sleep. If lowering your thermostat is too big of a change, you can make other small changes in your bedroom. You can switch out heavy blankets for lighter bedding. You can wear lighter clothes to bed, or you can even change out your pillow to a cooling pillow. Experiment with one change at a time to see what helps you get a better night's sleep and feel more rested. Step number 6 is to sleep in a completely dark room. Eliminate any light whatsoever. Tonight, turn off your lights, get ready for bed, and look all the way around your room and make sure that there's not even the slightest bit of light coming in. If there is, cover it up or take it out of your room. It's been shown that even the slightest bit of light in your bedroom, such as a candlelight, can lead to poor quality sleep. If you're needing a light in the middle of the night to get up and use the bathroom, for example, you can get a motion sensor light that only comes on when you start walking around through the house. Wearing an eye mask is a good trick to help with this. This can give you a completely dark environment without actually having to remove any lights from your bedroom. Step number 7 is to use your bed only for 2 things. That's sleep and sex. Many people use their bed to watch TV, to do work, or to study, or just to sit around in the day. You really should only be in your bed when you're getting ready to go to sleep. This trains your brain to associate the act of sitting in bed or laying in bed with getting sleepy and getting ready to fall asleep. And then the opposite is true. When you sit in bed and do tasks where you're wide awake and focused, it trains your brain to associate sitting in bed with focused thinking. And this can lead to your thoughts racing and you not being able to slow down your brain for sleep. The last step is to take out distractors. One of the most common sleep distractors is a pet that sleeps in bed with you and then gets up to stretch or gets up to get a drink of water. I love when my dog gets in bed with me, but I don't let her sleep during the night with me. It's been shown that people that sleep with their pets have worse quality sleep than people that sleep without pets. People sleeping with pets or other distractions often spend more time in the lighter stages of sleep, getting less deep sleep. As a result, they don't have good quality rest and wake up feeling energized. If you live by a busy road or you live in a city, a distractor might be sirens or cars driving by. One of my favorite things to help with this is a sound machine or a white noise machine. They're pretty affordable and they've been shown to lead to better sleep and less frequent wakings. You can choose one of the white noise sound settings that they have, whichever one sounds peaceful to you, and just set it on a low medium setting, just enough to where it drowns out the other distractions, but not too loud to where it's giving your brain too much stimulation and too much noise exposure. These are my 8 tips to getting better sleep. Let me know in the comments below what one change you'll start with, and consider giving this video a like if it was helpful, and subscribe for more health tips.